Hey everyone, good evening. Let me
Good
see those cams
evening,
on.
ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Welcome everyone. Good evening. Camera's on today. Okay, there's no option today. We have to keep all our cameras on. You have to do that for your presentation. So, yes. Hey Akhil, good to see you. All right, let me see those cameras on, people. Yes. Suraj, yes. There is a problem. What problem? Tell me. Ronit, finally. Day 1 to day 15. Now I finally see you. Yes. You cannot unmute. Suraj, do you want to try joining in once again? Let me check. Yes, you can leave and just try to join in again. Hey, Kanisha. Hey, Darshil. Hey, long time no see. Okay. I like how everybody looks different than I first saw them. Okay, Anushmita, Suraj, Janmajay, Shazia. Yes, Shazia, I'm waiting to see you. All right, cool. Team, Anushmita, hey. Okay, all right, Arbaz. So Arbaz, Kanisha, and Darshil, team 1. Who wants to go second, guys? Have you all decided that? Yes. Anushmita, your team? Do you all want to go second?
Um, yes, ma'am.
Ronit, are you all okay with that? Janmajay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you guys are the second team. Third, Advita is not here. Shazia, can you quickly drop in a text to Advita and check? Suraj, it still isn't working. Strange.
Ma'am, I think she'll be joining soon.
Okay, all right.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Akil, Suraj, and where's Neil?
Oh,
Any
he's
idea?
not coming. He's in the hospital.
Oh, he's in the hospital. Okay, all right, cool. We'll let the team take care of that part. So you and Suraj will be presenting. So his slides are added, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Suraj, no, I cannot hear you. Guys, can anybody hear Suraj apart from me?
No, ma'am.
No. Suraj, I can see that you're unmuted, but I yet can't hear you. Okay. All right. Suraj, try leaving the meeting, okay, and join in once again. Try that. Also check the volume, check everything else. Janmajay, I'm waiting to see your cam on. Yes. Shazia, you too. You did. Suraj, try it once again. Okay, I'm not sure why that is happening, but yeah. All right. Suraj still? Okay, I see that you're unmuted, but I cannot hear you. Can you try joining in from another browser or maybe another device in case you have it? Try another browser, Suraj. Or just close your... No, actually, are you using the Zoom app by any chance? It says that permission
Good
is not
evening, ma'am.
enabled. Hey, Advita, good evening. But if I go to check, it is enabled. Suraj, strange. Have you logged in from your phone, Suraj? No. Okay. Can you try from your phone as well? Stay from the laptop, stay on the call itself, but try from your phone as well. Okay? Get that fixed and let me know if that is working. Hey, Advita and Shazia, you guys are the third team to present. Okay? Yes, Suraj, you can try incognito, try switching your browser, or if that doesn't work as well, then try from your phone. Okay, I see Suraj has joined in. All right. Anybody else whose team member is not here apart from Akhil's? I see everybody is there. Yeah. Suraj now? Check.
Okay, so am I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Finally. Yes. You are audible. Okay, cool. So you can stay with both your devices on. Okay, both your accounts. All right, everyone. Welcome to day 15, your graduation day, where you're going to show me all the lovely work that you've put in over the past 15 days. Yes, and I can't wait to see what you've collated together. All right, cool. So the first team to present is Kenisha, Arbaz, and Darshil. Are you guys ready? Yes, this is
Yes.
what
ma'am.
you're going to be presenting. All right. Okay, I will just enable screen sharing. Yeah. Okay, guys, also make sure that your cams need to be on while you're presenting. Okay, no cams off while you're presenting. All right, yes. Who's going to be sharing the screen?
Kenisha.
Okay. All right, let me know, Kenisha, if you're able to share it. Yes.
Okay.
All right, take it away.
Okay, ma'am, do I start?
Yep.
Kenisha, could you put it on slideshow?
Once again, what can you see?
I can see the thing with no slideshow. It's just PowerPoint
Yeah, we can
presentation.
see it without the slideshow.
Okay.
Yep, good.
Yeah, okay. So, as you can see, we chose to go with the Christmas theme for the presentation as Christmas is very near. And uh, we three financial advisors will giving you all sweet investment choices to make this Christmas season. So sit tight and pay attention. Uh, Next slide, Kanisha. Okay, so these are our three sectors, which is consultancy, EV, and FMCG. So in consultancy, we chose to go with Tata Consultancy, and which is our large cap company, and Explio, which is a small cap company. In electronic vehicles, we chose to go with Tata Motors Limited and Hindustan Motors as our small cap. And in FMCG, we chose to go with Hindustan Unilever and LT Foods. Those are our three sectors and the companies. Next slide. Okay, so coming to electric vehicles, which is our sector one. So the first company is Tata Motors. As you can see, even though the net profit is not that much, the moats, which are brand value and India's shift towards EV and increased demand for electronic vehicle and climate change, is a very big thing to keep in mind when making making the decision to invest in this company. As India is trying to shift towards EV, and the entire world is trying to reduce carbon emissions and all of that. And uh, Tata Motors have had a spike in 2022 as they have 15% profit. Uh, and if you want to know what Tata Motors is, it's just a leading Indian. Everyone knows what Tata Motors is. There's no need for explanation. Kanisha, next slide. So Hindustan Motors. Who here knows about Ambassador, the car Ambassador? You guys can unmute and answer. It's an interactive presentation.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so how many of you live in Mumbai?
Me, I don't know how
Uh,
many of I don't think anybody lives in Bombay apart from me.
I think
No one,
Ronit
right?
lives in
No,
Oh,
Mumbai.
Ronit does.
I
Janmaja, you too? Oh, okay, yes.
Okay.
Three people
Have
from
you guys
Bombay. Hmm.
have you guys seen these taxis which are Premier Padmini from Hindustan Motors?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah, so as you guys might have good experience with those cars. So as you know, Hindustan Motors has a very big impact on India, as it was like the first car company which was Indian made in India. So yeah, Hindustan Motors is trying to switch from diesel engines to electric engines, and investing in that company right now, and keeping in mind their legacy and all of that, I think that Hindustan Motors has a huge potential to get into the market and make a lot of profits. So Hindustan Motors has a very big. If you invest in Hindustan Motors right now, I think your income will quadruple or even more. It will exceed even more. So for the next sector, Darshil will be presenting the next sector.
Hello everyone, myself Darshil Patel and I am going to handle the sector of FMCG, which is fast moving consumer goods, and considerably it is the one of the safest sector for the investment for nowadays. And I would like to introduce the FMCG sector. P will be the 49.96 ratio, and here I would like to present the Hindustan Unilever Limited, and it is a large scale industry of FMCG. And like, who don't know Hindustan Unilevers? If you haven't heard Hindustan Unilever, I am sure that might be you have like used one of its company's product definitely. And there are some favorable contexts of this actual company, which is Hindustan Unilever Limited. Its product includes foods, beverages, cleaning agents, and like there are several other FMCG goods in it. Hindustan Unilever like separates from the other companies with its diverse range. It provides a different type of products in its companies because it's on over 200 to 300 companies in under, and they have a large scale of market in the FMCG sectors if we compare it with the other companies. And the last thing, but it not leads its market presence. Like definitely in one time our life we have listened Hindustan Unilever Limited name like once upon a time if someone was taking or something. So it is a great market presence in the FMCG sector. And if we talk about its high profits, so definitely we have seen from 2019 to 2022, they have a consistent high profits in their profile. And definitely there is no declining low debt continuously, but definitely as compared to other companies, and we have seen its diverse range and its large capital market. If we compare to the other companies, so its debt is also low as we compare to other companies. And if you can see the net profits of its, so they are always constant. And because of this COVID pandemic, also they didn't go that net profits into the minus thing. That is a very big thing for a company to handle in the time of a COVID pandemic. And that time, like almost all the companies have a negative profits in their portfolio. And the other thing I would like to talk about its cash flow. The thing here it's mentioned are in the crores figure. So if you can see like in the 2019 it was around 1728 crores, and due to the COVID pandemic and all thing it goes into the negative 1761 crores. But you can see a sharp increase in the 2022, that 2820 crores. Like they are already recovering that negative 1700 crores, and in adding they are positive 2800 crores plus in their cash flow. So it is a very big thing for a company. And as you can it see the assets and the liabilities of the company, they are also in a very good manner. Can you see next slide? Here I would like to talk about the LT Foods, which is a small cap of FMCG product. And here also the company P ratio is 18.41. And definitely this is also going to be high profits continuously for 3 years. Although there was a COVID pandemic, but then after they have shown their high profits continuous 3 years from 2019 to 2022. And they have a context of offers a premium rice quality with rice basket snacks, sauces, and other products on the health and convenience platforms. So if we compared LT Foods with the other small companies and other its competitor, so it's come out with quality offering. They always offer quality over quantity. So here it's separate out from the other companies. And the other modes will be the value for money. It's always provide the value for its product. And if we see the cash flow of it, so in the 2019, it's around 406 crore. But due to the COVID pandemic, as we all know, it goes into the negative 57 crores, 0.56. But then after they are also recovering their 57 crores negative plus adding they are 28.97 crores in the 2022. So it's a very good thing for a small cap company to recovering from a COVID pandemic just after the 1 year. Here are the assets and the liabilities are also very consistent, and as we can see, they have also maintained their assets in a very consistent manner. So it's a very good thing for a company. Here, I would like to invite Kanisa advisor for our next consultancy sector.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My sector is consultancy services. Could you all hear? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So my sector is consultancy services. The last sector for our presentation. So the first consultancy we've chosen as a team is Tata Consultancy. I'm pretty sure you all are aware of it. So as you all can see the figures, I won't really go through it. But as you all see in the net profit, they've consistently been getting higher. So in 2019 it was 2.76, and then it keeps getting higher. But from 2021 to 2022, they've had a sudden peak of, so it's like 0.28 to 18.27. So the challenges they faced was they had initial market volatility due to pandemic uncertainties impacting global IT demand. But they use this as an opportunity to adapt to the remote work and increase digital services demand. And their modes are the network weavers mode and the emperor's wisdom mode. So moving on to the next consultancy, it's Explio. Though it's a small cap company, they have had a really good hike in their net profit too. So uh, coming to Explio, their challenges again was pandemic. It impacted on their global consulting and technology services. Uh, but they adapted, used responsive strategies and ongoing adaptability to client and market changes, and they emphasized on innovation, digital transformation, and expanding service offerings. And their modes are the Swift Scouts mode and the Innovation Alchemist mode. Moving on to the initial public offerings, over to Darshil.
For the IPO initial public offering, we have chosen the Mufti Menswear and the Azad Engineering. And if we talk about the Mufti Menswear, so they have IPO size of 549.78 crore, and the price range of the IPO will be the between 266 to 280 per share. And the another IPO will be the Azad Engineering. Its total issue size will be around 740 crores and its final issue price will be the 524 per share. If you don't know, like the Azad Engineering have a stake of Sachin Tendulkar and Sania Nehwal in its. So definitely you can think about its promoters and how the investors are investing in this company. So we have chosen the Azad Engineering before because of their promoters and as well as because of their fundamentals. And if I talk about the Mufti Menswear, it's a small size company, but it's nowadays it's difficult to make a brand in a some clothes wear and a menswear thing. So they have come out with a strong financial also, and they are also around 20 to 25 years of experience. So that's why we have chosen these two IPO for our team. Over to Arbas.
Actually, it's the investment plan. The next slide will be taken over by Arbaz. So this investment plan is where we are trying to estimate how much a risk seeker, a risk neutral investor, and a risk averse investor would invest in the savings and small cap companies and large cap companies of what we've chosen. So coming to a risk seeker, so we are assuming that a risk seeker would have 10% for the savings and invest 50% in LT Foods, because as you all see the net profit, LT Foods had a very steep fall. So we are assuming that a risk seeker would probably invest in LT Foods for 50%. And then for a large cap company, they would invest in Hindustan Unilever for 40%. 40% of their investment would go to Hindustan Unilever. And coming to a risk neutral investor, we are assuming that they would save 30% for the savings and invest in Hindustan Motors and Explio for the small cap companies, because they didn't really have a huge hike, but they were a bit consistent with their profits, and they had a scope to get more uh, profits in future. So a risk neutral person is most likely to invest in Hindustan Motors and Explio for the small cap company. Coming to the large cap company, they are most likely to invest 45% into Tata Motors and Tata Consultancy, because Tata Consultancy and Tata Motors too didn't have that much of a high profit compared to all of the years, but they had a consistent profit, and they didn't ever go in loss. Coming to the risk averse investor, we are thinking that a risk averse investor would save 40% and keep 40% completely for savings, and invest just 10% in Explio for the small cap company. Again, because Explio has scope to have more profits, but they're not really sure, because looking back at their 2019 and 2022 income statements, they really didn't have that much of uh, that much of profit. So, and they would invest 50% in Tata Motors and Tata Consultancy, because Tata Motors and Tata Consultancy again are more likely to get more profits in the future, like looking back into their income statements from 2019 to 2022. Over to Arbaz.
Okay, so these are the questions that we would these are the questions that we would ask our investors so that we know what to make them invest in. So you guys can read it, go through it once.
Guys, you don't need to explain the questions. This is for me to review later. Okay, so you don't need to go through it. You can just stop here.
Skip.
Is there anything more after this?
No, I actually wanted to ask if anyone had any doubts so that we can have a
Yes, anybody who wants to ask any kind of questions, please feel free to do so. Oh, okay, while others think about their questions, guys, can you go back to Explio? The financials and modes for it. Yes, Explio. Okay, guys, my question to you is, you have mentioned your modes as the Swift Scouts mode, the innovation mode. What are these modes? What is the Swift Scouts mode? Can someone explain this?
Yeah, so the Scouts mode is their ability to adapt to the constant changes in their surroundings for their company to have higher profits.
Okay, and what about the Innovation Alchemists?
Yeah, the Innovation Alchemist modes is innovating their consultancy strategies and things like that. In the again, to increase their profits.
Okay, all right. And go to the previous one. What was the company before this? Hindustan? No, oh, Tata Consultancy. Oh, yes, over here. The Network Weavers mode. Yes, what's this one?
Mm, the network weavers moat is their establishment in the field for a really long time. That's how they have a really good network, and they can still thrive in this field for more longer.
Okay. And Emperor Wisdoms?
Yeah, so the Emperor's Wisdom Moat is that because they are one of the top Tata consultancies, so they are the Emperor's Wisdom Moat. That's their moat.
Okay, because they are the
Be-
leading
yeah.
ones in the sector. All right. All
Ma'am,
right. Cool. Yes.
I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
They are leading in their sector. That's why, I mean, you meant that by the Emperor's Wisdom mode,
Emperor's.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
Okay. All right. All right. Hmm.
I'll go to the last slide.
Yes. Anybody? Any questions? No? Okay. All right. Cool. Kinesha, can you tell me if you were to personally choose a company out of these 6 companies, which one would you choose?
Mm,
You can go to the
since
investment
I'm
slide.
a
Yeah.
since I'm a risk neutral, and I'm most likely to be a risk neutral investor, I would choose these companies which I've mentioned in the risk neutral
Only
section.
one. If
Oh,
only
only
one you
one?
had to choose. Yes.
Okay.
What would be your top
I
priority?
I would choose Explio.
Okay. And why?
I see a scope for them to grow and then have more profits because, yeah, looking at the income statements, I was quite impressed.
Okay. All right, cool. Darshil, why did you choose FMCG sector? Why did it interest you?
Like at the time of the ma'am's explanation, like when the other ma'am was there, I can't remember her name. So at that time
Guneet,
also
yeah.
she had all, yes. So ma'am had also mentioned like FMCG was the one of the safest sectors among the all. So at that time we have already decided that we are going with the FMCG sector. But at that time she also mentioned that this is the one like which is the safest sectors amongst the all, like which is also not fall in the time period of COVID pandemic, because many person like almost everyone would need the FMCG products in all the time periods. So even in the time of war periods it will also go up. Like there are like many less chances like its share price will go down and that type of thing. Like
Absolutely. We
like
all remember the Maggie example. Yes.
yes,
When Nestle went down, that was the only reason, right? Apart from that,
yes.
Nestle was thriving. Okay. All right. Great, great, great presentation, guys. You can stop sharing. Thank you so much. Virtual claps, everybody. Let me see those virtual claps coming in. Yes. Great job. All right. Team 2. Anushmita, Ronit, Janvijay,
Sorry,
ready?
ma'am, but just one
Yes.
second.
Yes,
Uh,
Arbaz.
you said that we could leave the meeting after our
Yes, yes,
presentation.
yes. You can. You can. Yes, you can. I know you have your match and stuff. So yes, you can. Go.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thank
much
you,
for
ma'am.
joining. Arbaz, wait. You need to
And
fill a
the
form.
review,
Let me give you the form to be filled, and then you can leave. Okay. Just
Ma'am,
give me.
and
Yes.
do we need to upload the presentation anywhere?
Yes. Of course. Of course. You have to upload it on your Padlet as usual under your respective teams.
But the thing is, ma'am, the presentation is too big, so can we just upload a Google link, like a Google Drive link?
You can upload the PPT. It will happen. I
No,
mean,
it's a
usually there is no issue.
it's a it's 111 MB, so I don't think it can.
Try.
I,
Usually it
I
does, or you can just upload it in a PPT format, like yeah, sorry, a PDF format. That is
okay.
all right. You can try that in case it's too big and it doesn't happen. Usually shouldn't have any issues because we haven't faced any kind of issues as such. But if it does happen, then yes, you can try something else. All right. Make sure that all of you have the PPT, okay, guys? I mean the presentation, so that in case one of you cannot upload it, I will at least get in touch with someone else who can. All right.
Okay.
The form is in the chat box. Arbaz, I request you to fill that. Arbaz, do you know my name?
Yeah, Vanessa, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
You remember because you will have to add my name in the facilitator section. All right, yes, guys, whoever has finished the presentation, you can go ahead and fill it. Okay, and in case anybody else has to leave apart from Arbaz, let me know. All right, Ronit, Anashmita, and Janmajay, are we ready?
Yeah,
Yes.
can you
Yes,
see my
ma'am.
screen?
Janmajay, I need to see you.
Yeah.
Cam. Yes, Anashmita, tell me.
Ma'am, Janmajay will start.
Okay, all right, cool.
Janmajay, full
It's
screen.
yes, it's not on
Yeah.
slideshow. All right, cool. Take it away.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay, so it's Investment Aces. It's by Ronit, Anushmita, and me.
Yes, so this is a fundamental analysis. These are three sectors that we have focused on, which is real estate, pharmaceuticals, and renewable energy. The first company that is Overall Reality, it is one of the biggest companies in the construction department, and it is growing actually at a very fast rate. Uh, since the past 5 years, it is the most consistent growing company in the real estate department in terms of its revenue and profits. And then we have embassy office parks as well, and they are mainly a commercialized real estate company which offer like hospital departments and office and stuff like that. Then going on to pharmaceuticals, we have Sun Pharma Industries and Marksans Pharma, which are large cap and small cap respectively, and they manufacture like large pharmaceutical things. And based on their, we have selected these particular companies, seeing their uh, past revenues and their liabilities and assets both, and also renewable energy, which is Tata Power, which is also one of the highest growing companies since the past 5 years, as Tata, the name sounds itself, and Praj Industries. So, next slide.
So I am doing the first sector, which is real estate. So for large cap, we've chosen Oberoi Realty. It is a Mumbai-based real estate development company, and it focuses on premium developments and residential office space and retail hospitality and social infrastructure projects. So it has one, as Ronit mentioned, it has one of the most consistent revenue growth over the past 5 years, and it has a good profitability. Also, also it has consistently high profits, but it doesn't have consistent low debt. So, as you can see in the numbers, the net profit did go down in 2020 to 2021 because of the COVID period. But after that, the net profits have increased in the 2021 to 2022 year. And because of the COVID period, also the percentage change in cash flow has decreased, but it has increased in 2021 to 22. For a small cap, we've chosen Embassy Office Parks, which is an India-based real estate investment trust, and it usually makes commercial offices, hospitality, and other segments. So it has 240 blue chip occupiers and is the first publicly listed REIT. It has consistently high profits, but it does not have consistently low debt. So as you can, the percentage changes are pretty similar from the last slide. The only change is that the assets have decreased this year compared to last year, 2020.
Yes. So our next sector is the pharmaceutical company. So as you can see with the numbers, the change in free cash flow, even though it decreased slightly in 2021, they have still like risen back up, maintaining their standards at 2,500. So that consistent growth is what we want our employers to see in the company. And also the assets change percentage, even though it decreased, it has increased, and the liabilities have decreased, which is a good thing for a company. So, and also this company has like a mediocre PE ratio of like 33, 34. And we also this pharmaceutical company has supplied pharmaceutical ingredients over the past around 20 years, and it has supplied to around 100 countries across the globe. So it has plenty of experience in terms of its supply, and they have not yet foreseen any debt or any bad bankruptcy or any sort of issue in their times. And so they have a generic portfolio as well. And uh, we have seen very consistent high profits as well. This is being a large cap company. So this is one of the main criterias why you can invest in Sun Pharma. Next slide, please. Yes, the second pharmaceutical company is a Marksans Pharma. Even though it is a small cap company, but still it has shown consistent high profits like the last one. They have a different forte. They sell different kind of medicines, and they mainly deal in other fields like oncology, gastroenterology that you can see in the screen. And talking about the numbers also, actually they had the net profit skyrocketed to like 95.3% in 2021 with 2020, which is the pandemic year, of course, but which shows that even though during such circumstances they have managed to keep their things settled. And it is anyways a medicine company, so it was going to anyway benefit with the pandemic. And yes, so as you can see, like all these numbers are in the positive, so there is no chance why you don't need to invest in Marksans Pharma. And over to Anushmita, who will next be presenting for the renewable energy.
Yes. My sector is renewable energy, and I guess all the renewable energy investing in because renewable energy is always needed. So first company is Tata Power. Tata Power is one of the India's largest integrated power companies, and they have always come up with modern solutions like electric vehicle charging stations and home automation. Also, Tata Power is worth investing in because it is a household name, and as I mentioned, that it is an electronic vehicle charging domain. The company has shown consistent high profits, and it has also been able to pay off its debts. In the year 2019 and 20, we can see that like there is a negative net profit. It can be due to the pandemic, and similarly, the it is mainly due to the pandemic. Power is worth investing in. Next slide.
Hey, Anushmita, can you please repeat the last part? I lost you over there.
Yes.
Can you just explain what you explained towards
Sorry,
the
ma'am.
end? Can you hear me? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am,
Yeah,
I
you
can.
Yes. All right. Anushmita,
Yes,
what did you
ma'am.
explain towards the end? I lost you. Can you
Yes,
go
ma'am.
through it
Like,
again? Yeah.
yes, ma'am. Like in the year like 2019-20, we can see that there is a negative net profit. It can be due to like the COVID was also there was a negative cash flow. It can be due to the pandemic. But overall, Tata Power is on. Next slide.
Anushmita, are you there? Guys, can anybody hear her?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I think she has some network issues. Anushmita? Ronit, do you want to explain it for her while she gets her stuff
Yes,
fixed?
ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, Anushmita, I can. You can keep your cam off for some time while
Ma'am, I
explaining your slide.
will. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can everybody hear Anushmita? Yes? Okay, Anushmita, you can keep your cam off while you're explaining your slide. I think that may help.
Okay, ma'am.
Try.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, like, my next company is Praj Industries. Praj Industries is a globally leading company and it provides a number of solutions such as high purity water and also wastewater management. Basically, thermal pollution that occurs due to like releasing the hot industrial effluents into the water. It causes water pollution. So, Praj Industry deals with these sort of problems and like it is a small cap company. It is, huh, yes, it has shown consistent high profits, and but however, it has failed to pay off its debts. The company has faced loss in the financial year 2019-20, and there is like negative cash flow and negative assets. But however, they have been succeeded in paying off the debt. Also, like investing in a company that deals with renewable energy, I guess it's worth it because it not only brings personal gains but also a step towards a green planet. Um, Next slide. Yes, ma'am. Now
go
we
ahead,
have our
Smriti.
investment plan for the risk seekers, the risk neutral, and the risk averse. For someone who is ready to take up risks, they can save up to 15% of their earnings. Then, for in a large cap company, they can invest, like as I suggest, Oberoi Realty. And for small caps, they can invest in Marksons for 30% and Praj Industries by 30%. For someone who is a risk neutral person can save up to 35% and invest in Tata Power and Embassy Office Parks REIT and Indifra IPO. Now, Indifra IPO is like engaged in providing pipeline related infrastructure, electrical appliances. Now, for a risk averse person, it is better for them to save 50% and then invest in Sun Pharmaceuticals because it is a large cap company. There are less chances of losses. Innova Captive is also a pharmaceutical company and it provides services to like domestic pharma businesses and also sells OTC products. Next, over to Janvijay.
Yeah, so questions to ask the customer.
Okay, guys, no need to go through this.
Okay.
All right. Yes, I'll review this later. Okay, great job with your presentation, guys. I love the way you have made it. The entire the theme of the presentation is very, very lovely. Good selection, real estate companies. Why real estate in specific, guys? Any specific reason, Ronit?
What?
Why real estate?
Oh, Oberoi Reality actually I chose because I actually live in an Oberoi building and I wanted to just in case and I like the building a lot. But basically, like real estate, even though it is like high risk, there has been certain times where you give a lot of reward. The share price is mostly like high all the time, but recent times, after the pandemic, the wanting for like having a house and you settling in has increased for people. So builders are like generally buying, constructing more houses. So there has been an increase lately to the real estate department. So I feel like one will invest in the real estate.
Okay, so you think real estate is a good sector to invest in. All right, cool. Also, guys, Marksons. Can you go back to Marksons? Yes. Okay. Why is Marksons in negatives in 2021 and 2022? Any specific reason? I see free cash flow is negative. I see the net profit is negative. A sudden negative change. Do you all know? Is there any specific reason for it?
Ma'am, the pandemic.
Yes. No, 2021, 2022, Anushmita. I'm not talking about 2020. Marksons Pharmaceutical. Right, in 2020, in 2019, okay, let's say that because COVID was happening and all the pharmaceuticals were thriving because we needed their help. So yes, but suddenly 2022,
Because like
2021.
COVID shut, so the demand for the medicine decreased slowly.
Decrease, that's a negative.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool. Okay, can you go back to your real estate sector? Yes, at Embassy. Yeah, just stay on Embassy. Okay. All right, Janmajay, you tell me. One small cap company that you would have to choose from the list that you guys have made, what would it be? Which one? What would you prefer? Go to your investment plan and then tell me.
Okay, so for small cap, I would probably invest in this Embassy Office Parks because it has shown consistently increasing profits. Also, since it's in a real estate sector, so it will like it is always inelastic. So the demand for real estate will always be there, and since because the population is always increasing, there will be like more houses required. And in a place like India, where it is like the most populated country in the world, houses are a must.
Okay. All right. Cool. Also, Anushmita, can you tell me why have we suggested an IPO to a risk-averse person? That also Innova,
Ma'am, because
CapCap, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Like because it's a pharmaceutical companies, they like medicines are always in need, and also like the share price is low, and it has chances of like growth in the future.
Okay, all right. But do you think a risk-averse person will be inclined towards this IPO?
Ma'am, it's like a small amount of investment, so I guess it's worth trying.
Okay, we're trying. All right.
Yes.
All right. Cool. All right. You can stop sharing. Thank you so much for the lovely presentation. I love the colors that you've used. Love the theme. All right. Cool. Virtual claps, everybody. Where are your virtual claps? Let me see them coming. Yes. All right. Lovely. Okay. Who's the next team? Akhil.
Yeah. Can we go next?
Yes, you can. Suraj, are you there? Can we hear you? Can we see you? Suraj? Is your cam not working as well? Suraj, I need to remember how you look.
I mean, I'm like very surrounded by my relatives and stuff, so it will
No
be hard for
problem,
me to open.
Suraj. A glimpse of you. I just need a glimpse of you to remember
One
on
sec.
day 15. Yes, of course.
I'll just go to a very closed area where there's no one.
No problem. I told you, non-judgmental. Clever, Harvey. We love people with all sorts of backgrounds. No worry. Uncles, aunties, cousins, everybody's welcome. Okay. Yes, Janmajay. I hope you guys have filled the form. Yes?
Yes, ma'am, filling it.
Yeah, Janmajay, you?
Yeah, I filled it.
All right. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. I know you guys have other things to do. And thank you so much for taking out the time and coming in for your certificates, of course. All right. Yes. Okay. Akhil and Suraj. Yes. While Suraj fixes it. Anybody else? Any questions? Any doubts? Advita, Shazia, are you guys good with the presentation? Advita, I thought you had some issue while these guys
Yes,
fix their stuff. Yes. Is your presentation ready, Advita?
yes, ma'am. Like we have properly done one company, and then the rest of the companies we are going to explain.
Properly done. What do you mean by properly done? Okay, before that, all right, people who need to leave, thank you so much for joining in. It was lovely, lovely hanging out with you for the past 3 weeks. I'm going to miss you so much. Hopefully, I see you in some other course. Or probably when you guys drop into Bombay, please do visit the Clever Harvey office. I would love to see you. Now, again, I may not remember your faces, so tell me who you are. Okay, all right, but I will try to remember your faces. Meeting after 2 hours. Darshil, of course, you are my pal. I'll see you in digital marketing for sure. All right, thank you so much for joining in. Whoever needs to leave can leave. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, coming back to Advita. Yes, Advita, please tell me anything I can help with.
No, ma'am. It's all. We'll do it. We'll do it.
You'll do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, is Shazia having internet issues? I can't see her in the meeting. Just check with her.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Cool. Akhil, Suraj, are we ready? Suraj, have you found a spot? Yes. So turn your cam on. We're waiting. We're eagerly waiting. We need to see who Suraj is. Just show me your face. That's all. I need to remember you. Who am I giving the certificate to? I need to see that. 1 minute. Let me switch a little to see you clearly. Suraj, start speaking something.
What should I speak about though?
Now, Suraj, I don't think you turned your cam on the first day. I have never seen you in my entire life.
I did on the 7th or 8th day.
7th or 8th
I
day,
did.
when I was not there on the 7th day. Yes.
That's
Okay,
sad.
okay. I know it is. All right, cool. Akhil, Suraj, take it away.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. We are investment innovators, and we are going to talk about what we think is going to be the most profitable investments in the near future. So the sectors we have chosen are FMCG, pharmaceuticals, and technology. FMCG is a pretty growing sector, and it will never fall in demand, as the other teams have already spoken about. Same goes for pharmaceuticals. And technology keeps improving as time goes on. So for the small cap in FMCG, we have picked Gillette India, and for pharmaceuticals, Pfizer India, and technology, Birlasoft. And for the large cap in FMCGs, we have picked Britannia, and pharmaceuticals, Sun Pharma, and technology, Infosys. So Gillette is a shaving company, as we all know. Pfizer is pharma and biotech, and it makes vaccines. Birlasoft is a consultation services for IT industries. Britannia is a dairy product industries, as we all know. Sun Pharma manufactures and sells pharmaceutical products. Infosys is also consultation services and business process outsourcing. So I'm going to start off by speaking about FMCG sector. The first company is Britannia, which is a large cap company. Britannia was established in 1892. It has a rich heritage and is one of India's oldest existing food companies. It has a diverse product range, including biscuits, baked goods, and other baked goods. It has iconic brands like Good Day, and it has an international presence and is recognized outside India as well. For the moats, we have brand equity, product innovation, and quality standards. So it's iconic brands like Good Day, Marigold give it brand recognition. So it's very popular. And for the product innovations, Britannia continuously keeps improving their products. and innovating in products and making new products. So this acts as a moat as it can increase in profits. And it has standards for qualities, and it does not go under the standards. It maintains a high quality standard. Although the company PE ratio is under this sector PE ratio, we believe it's a company to invest in. It does not. It has its profits are not that good, but it's consistent at least, and it does not have consistent low debt. Although the cash flow has increased consistently, the assets have not increased. This could be because of the pandemic, and they had to sell off some assets, and the liabilities have consistently decreased. So Gillette India. So Gillette started back in 1984 and was formerly known as Indian Shaving Products Limited. It was primarily known for its men's grooming products, especially shaving and grooming essentials. Gillette consistently adapts to changing market trends and consumer preferences. The moats are brand loyalty and recognition, technological innovation, and wide product portfolio. Gillette is synonymous with men's grooming products, and particularly its shaving products. Its brand equity, built over decades, enjoys significant trust and loyalty among consumers. The technological innovation is constant innovation in razor design, like the multiple blades and the precision grooming tools, are widely recognized and wanted by the people. It has a wide product portfolio regarding shaving products. These include razors, shaving creams, aftershave, and foams. The sector P ratio is 50, whereas the company P ratio is greater than it at 55.78. So the people believe that Gillette is a good company to vote for, to invest in. Although it does not have consistent high profit, it does have a consistent low debt. The cash flow has remained around the same area, but it's reduced from 2020 to 2021. And the assets have gone on increasing, and this is always good for a company. Suraj will be speaking about the next sector, which is information technology.
Good evening, guys. I'm sorry for my broken voice as I have a very severe cold. Here we have a large cap company called Infosys. Its favorable context includes that it was founded a very long time ago. It's almost 45 years old company. It was founded by Narayan Murthy and a group of 6 engineers in Pune. I think everyone here knows where Pune is, right? So now it has grown very at a very high rate to a very huge standard and height. Uh, it is among the largest IT services company to exist in India, which gives provides a wide range of services, including like software development and consulting services. The company is committed to social responsibilities, engaging in various initiatives related to education, healthcare, and rural development. Its modes include brand recognition, client-centric approach, strong corporate ethics and governance. Its sector P/E ratio is 31.81, and the company P/E ratio is actually lower than the sector P/E ratio, but it has it has a consistently low debt, but not that high profits. Its net profit consistently increasing from 2019 to 2022, which shows that it was affected, but not that much by the COVID pandemic, which is a very good sign. Its its cash flow has increased by a very huge margin from 2019 to 2021, but not that much from 2021 to 2022. Its asset has been increasing uh, consistently as well, and so has its liabilities. Next slide, please. Next, we have the small cap company, which is Soft. Its favorable context include its roots back to 1995, which again is a very old company. It has a large global presence, where in countries like US, Europe, uh, in continents like US, America, Europe, Asia, and uh, Europe and Asia. Its modes include technology partnership and alliances and industry expertise. Its sector P ratio is 31.55, while the company P ratio is 52.21, which shows that people believe highly in this company, and it has shown consistent high profits and also consistent low debts, which is a very good sign for a company to invest in. It had a huge hit to its profit due to the COVID pandemic in 2019, but it recovered very quickly from 2020 to 2022, and its cash flow has decreased a bit due to various factors, and its assets have always been increasing at a gradual rate, and its liabilities has reduced a bit, which is a good sign. Next slide, please. Again, here we are talking about the sector pharmaceuticals. Here we are talking about the company Sun Pharma Pharmacies. It's a large cap company. Its favorable context includes it was founded again in 1983, which is a very long time ago, and its focus on generic, like very widely available, widely used drugs and very specific drugs. And it has a very diverse product portfolio. Modes include supply chain and distribution network and brand recognition and trust. Its sector P ratio is 44.72 and the company P ratio is 24.94, which is quite significantly low to its sector P. And it has shown both very consistent high profits and consistent low debts. It had a huge hit in 2020, 2021 because the sales for vaccines for COVID had decreased because there were other widely available vaccines for this. And the free cash flow has increased again by a very huge margin, although it had a loss in 2020 to 2021. Its assets have been increasing, but there was a loss again in 2020 to 2021. Its liabilities have also been decreasing consistently. Next, I'd like to invite Akhil to do the next slide.
Yeah, so the small cap company in the pharmaceutical sector we have chosen is Pfizer India. So we all know the parent company, Pfizer Incorporation, right? So Pfizer India was established in India, of course, in 1950 and has grown into a large pharmaceutical company. It has global quality standards, as we know, because of the parent company. It maintains standards with the same company. It also has corporate social responsibility initiatives. The modes are partnership and alliances, quality assurance, and regulatory compliances. So the partnership and alliances include the other professional companies that Pfizer has partnership with, which strengthens the position of the company, and the regulatory compliances. It has a strong regulatory compliance because it's the same as its parent company. So the regulations for the parent company are introduced to the small cap Indian company. And the quality assurance is again because of the standards made globally, quality is assured. The sector P ratio is 44.72, whereas the company P ratio is 37.11. We believe the company is undervalued because although it is a pretty well-known company, its people are not willing to buy it. It does not have consistent high profits, but it does have consistent low debt. So the net profit has fluctuated, but during the year 2022, 2020, probably because of the pandemic, and it's got back up in 2021. So the cash flow has also increased, like the change in cash flow has increased slowly but surely. And the assets also took a dip in 2020 and has increased again. The liabilities took a dip in 2020 and has increased again because the scale of operations might have been lower during 2020. So we haven't really done the investment plan very like detailed, but for the risk averse, we would save 50% and invest 20% in a small cap, like uh, yeah, and 30% in a large cap. For the risk neutral, we'd invest 33.33 equally in all three of them. And for the risk seeking, we'd save 20%, invest 50% in a small cap, and 30% in a large cap. So for the small cap, for the risk seeking, would probably be Gillette, and for the risk averse would be Birlasoft, because Birlasoft is increasing profits and low debt. But risk seeking, we'd go for Gillette India. Although it has low profits, we believe it has a huge potential. And for the large cap, for the risk seeking, we would go with Sun Pharmaceuticals, and because it was not very consistent with the profits. And for the risk averse, we'd go with we Britannia, probably because it's FMCG and they wouldn't want to, like, the demand would keep increasing, so they wouldn't lose a lot of profits. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Guys, can you go back to your FMCG sector once?
Yeah, I think we made a mistake here with the.
Okay. Go back. Okay. All right, just go to the next one. And go to Gillette now. Okay. All right. So guys, just one thing, whenever you're choosing the companies, right? Make sure that you're choosing it from the same subsector as well. If you check the sector PE for Gillette is different, right?
Yeah.
And the sector PE for Britannia is different.
Yeah, we noticed that, but they didn't think it was a problem.
Yeah, no, so it's okay. That's not a problem. But always, like, if you're comparing it, like FMCG, we want to compare FMCG in the same sector, right? Like a small cap from FMCG, like from the same subsector, and then it was better to compare, right? Okay, so now, okay, the sector P is different for Gillette. Good choices of companies, guys. Great explanation as well. Akhil, great job. Suraj, great job with your cold. Okay, I applaud you for that. Akhil, which are Janmajay sectors? No, sorry, Janmajay. I'm saying Neil's sectors.
The pharmaceuticals.
The pharmaceutical is Neil's.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Akhil, tell me one of your favorite companies from the 6 companies that you've chosen.
Gillette, probably.
And why probably?
Because they have that method for selling, which interests me, the hook and bait method. So the cost of the razor itself is pretty cheap, but the blades cost extra, which you have to keep buying them.
Smart, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, all right. Suraj, you tell me. Okay, based on P ratio, can you tell me which would be your pick based on PE ratio? Which PE ratio of which company attracts you? Suraj.
I guess Sun Pharmacies or Pfizer, either one. I'm not exactly sure.
Can you go to Pfizer? Okay, Pfizer is 37. And can you go to Sun Pharma? Yep, Sun Pharma is 24. Okay, Suraj, which one do you pick? Sun Pharma or Pfizer?
Sun Pharma.
And why Sun Pharma? You see 24. It's pretty low, right?
Yeah, I mean, people are not more interested in it, but I'm a risk-seeking person. I don't mind.
You don't mind? Okay, but then again, you're mentioning that there's low debt, right? And there's consistent high profits. So
Yes, ma'am.
more of a risk neutral company, right? Because okay, fine, we do have high profits and you do have a little low debt. But the company be still. So basically you're saying that it's a little undervalued.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. All right, cool. Guys, thank you so much for sharing. You can stop sharing
Yep.
your screen.
Thank you, ma'am.
Great presentation, guys. I love the companies that you've chosen. Great favorable context as well. I like how you've added the years, and most of the companies that you've chosen have been in the industry for years and years together, right? For decades. So great job with that. All right, cool. Who's next? Advita and Shazia.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Is Shazia back?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. I have a few like network issues. Joined from my tab. I hope you
No
don't mind
problem.
if my
That's
voice
okay.
breaks.
Yes, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
All right, Akhil and Suraj. In the meanwhile, you guys can fill the form. Any questions? Feel free to ask me. Okay, Advita and Shazia, go for it.
Yes, ma'am. So, good evening, everyone. And today, my friend Shazia are going to present our investment plan with everyone else. Today, our name of the company is Happy Investors with Happy Investments. And this is the fundamental analysis of the sectors we have chosen. First is FMCG of food. So in small cap company, we have chosen Zydus Wellness Limited, and it is a company which is loved by millions of people, and it has a lot of skincare and nutrition products. And in large cap company of the same sector, we have Hindustan Unilever. It is one of the world's leading suppliers of food, home care, personal care, and refreshment products with sales in over 190 countries. So let's proceed. And these are financial sectors.
So
So,
I'll be doing the financial sectors. So under the financial sectors, the small cap company we have chosen is ICICI Securities, and the large cap company is HDFC Bank. Advita, can you go to previous slide? Yeah. So ICICI Securities is a one-stop solution for investors through its focus on key areas of banking and wealth management and distribution of financial products, while HDFC Bank is India's largest housing finance company and the largest private sector bank of India.
yes. So these are the financials and modes of Hindustan Unilever. It comes in the sector of FMCG food, and its cap size is large. The favorable context of this company is that it is a 90-year-old trusted company, and they have a wide and resilient profile of 50 plus brands with spanning 16 FMCG categories, which are a part of everyday life of millions of consumers across India, that are made available to our customers by 9 million retail outlets and many e-commerce platforms. And these are the sector ratio and company P ratios. The sector ratio is 58.5 and the company ratio is 50.56. It has high profit, and its consistency in depth is low, but it has high profit, which is good for the company. And this is the financial statement of the company from 2020 to 2022. Yes. And this is the investment plan.
Guys, what about the financials of the rest of the companies?
Yes, I'll do that. We don't have the exact slides ready over here, but I've got my thing ready for it.
Okay, and is that in that Excel sheet?
Yes, ma'am, it's there. Everything's there.
Okay, do you want to share that then? Because we will want to see what's on the screen, right? I mean, we will want to see the numbers.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Anita, can you share that?
Actually, I can't share that because I have not logged in my Gmail in this.
Ma'am, I'll do that.
Okay. Advita, you can share the investment plan after you explain the companies. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Guys, before uploading your presentation to the Padlet, please make sure that your financials and modes for all companies is added. Okay. Don't
Yes,
upload it without that.
Ma'am, can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Continue with
So,
financials.
yeah. So the second sector is financials, and the large cap company we have chosen is HDFC Bank. So its sector PE is 19.4. Okay, so HDFC Bank is a name that has been associated with the Indian housing sector for the last 4 decades. As pioneers in housing mortgages, it is a brand name that has been characterized by trust, solidity in both financial and marginal and sound principles. So the modes of HDFC Bank is that it is a customer focused, has a customer focused approach, strong brand equity, robust risk management, strong digital capabilities, strong distribution network, and a strong financial performance. Even though there is no declining debt, but it has high yielding profits seen in the last few years. Okay. Even we can see that there's been a slight fluctuation. I mean, there's a slight decrease in the free cash flow as well as assets, but there has been a consistent decline in the liabilities. HDFC Bank has a market capitalization of $150 billion as of 6 September 2023. It is the third largest company on the Indian stock exchanges. HDFC Bank has a twofold objective, which is first to be a preferred provider of banking services, and the second is to achieve a healthy growth and profitability. Seeing its current value in today's market and its consistent changes in its profits, which has increased consistently over the past few years, we can see that it is a preferred company by its context, and I personally suggest it to investors who are risk neutral. Coming to our second company, which is this a small cap company, ICICI Securities Limited. So it has a sector PE of 19.4, and it is a credible partner spanning over 25 years in the banking sector. It continues to be one in the forefront of being a one-stop solution for investors throughout. It has been in the world of finance ever since and has grown into a full-service financial marketplace, offering a bouquet of services including investing, trading, private wealth management, mutual funds, insurance, borrowing, as well as issuer and advisory services. So its modes are that it is a trusted brand which has been from a long time and is a customer centric with a leading tech platform, holistic financial solution, and a great level of knowledge and insight. This company too does not have a declining debt, but also yields a high profit. Its net profit has increased, but in the past year has fluctuated a little down.
Shazia, can you go to your right? Or can you make this full screen? I'm unable to see the rest of it. I can only see till consistencies.
Okay. Can you see it now?
No. Just scroll to your right.
Is it visible?
No. Is it only with me? Guys, can anybody else see this?
No.
No, we cannot. Shazia. Yes, now. Yes. Now it is.
Okay.
All right. Yes, continue.
Okay, so I just mentioned the modes, and there has been a consistent increase in its net. There has been a consistent increase in its net profit since past 3 years, as shown. Even though the and as well as in assets um, and liabilities, but there has been a decrease in its free cash flow. But but it is a trusted brand which is used by many people across the country and is preferred by due to its the people's trust in it. ICIC has recently announced its financial results. In the last quarterly results, their consolidated revenue increased by 44.3%. The company's net sales income from operations September 23 were 1,248 crores, which is an increase from the previous quarter. The COVID-19 has had an effect on ICIC Securities. It led to a lower lending opportunities and revenues and an increase in credit costs, but has re-emerged of uncertainties towards the end of fiscal 2021. The ICIC stock price has been fluctuating recently, and a few analysts suggest that the stock's recent underperformance may be due to the senior management changes overshadowing its otherwise strong financial performance. And it is suggested to investors who are risk neutral. Ma'am, that's it from my sector.
All right, Advita, can you explain Zydus?
Yes, ma'am. So Zydus is a product which includes
screen.
foods.
Share
What, ma'am?
screen. Share your screen.
Ma'am, I don't have.
Shazia, you can continue sharing the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So it is a product. It is a company. 1 second. Yes. It nourishes and nurtures and energizes millions of lives by offering a variety of innovative industry leading products and skincare and nutrition products with over 30 years of operational excellence. And we have 7 leading brands in our portfolio named Complan, Sugar Free, Glucon D, Everyouth, Nicel, Sugarlight, etc. So this is the introduction of Zydus Wellness Limited Company. As you can see, the moats of the company are the Glucon-D brand continues to maintain its number one position with market share of 60.1% in the glucose power category. And just 1 second. Yeah. And the sugar free continues to maintain its leadership with market share of 96%. And there are many more modes to this small cap company. The most fascinating thing to for me about this company is that the sector PE ratio is 36.51, but the company PE ratio is 50.56, and it is loved by millions of Indians. It has a low and declining debt with high profits. Shazia, can you move to the right? As you can see, the net profit is has shot up to 160.14 percentage, but it has also decreased in 2020 and 21. It is because 1 second. It is because of the higher costs outweighed in the rise of sales that was powered by price hikes for products such as Glucon-D energy drinks. The company shares fell by nearly 4% after the results. So that is the reason of the decrease. And then the assets have consistently decreased in the years. But it is a promising company as it is loved by millions of people. The liabilities have also were also less in 2020, but it has also decreased in 2022 because of the same reason. And the cash flow has from minus 105.66 in 2022, it has from 2020 it has decreased, And the company, by context, is loved by everyone, and it is for a person who is risk seeking.
Okay, now you can go to your investment plan.
Yes, ma'am. This is our investment plan for the company Hindustan Unilevers. This is our savings, small cap and large cap, and this is the amount, the ratio we would recommend to risk seeking, neutral, and risk averse people.
Okay, guys, what was your third sector that you've chosen? What are the two companies in the third sector?
Ma'am, it
Ma'am,
was,
IT.
yeah,
Okay, just go back to your
IT.
investment plan.
Yes, ma'am.
Cosmo is a part of which sector?
Ma'am, it is a part of FMCG only.
Oh, so you guys have taken companies out of the four companies that you've chosen. I mean, the six that you shortlisted. You're supposed to make the investment plan based on the six companies that you were supposed to
Yes, ma'am.
shortlist. Yes, okay. So I see Reliance and Cosmos. Cosmo is taken out from outside, as well as Nesco. Okay,
It's
all
a
right.
real
So
estate one.
what is real estate?
Nesco Limited is from real estate.
Okay, and why would you recommend Nesco for a risk neutral?
Because it has increasing profits and declining debt as well, with
Okay.
a good P sector ratio.
All right. And I see that you've recommended Reliance for all three sectors. Why so? You have other large cap companies, right?
Yeah, but Reliance is in many of the sectors, and it has improved in almost all the sectors. And if you ask me to like recommend you another company like Reliance, there wouldn't be any, because Reliance is a company which is in almost every sector.
Okay, but Advita, why would a risk seeker invest 60% in savings? I'm a risk seeker. I don't want my money safe. That's the whole point. I am called a risk seeker because I don't like to save. Yes, I will keep a little bit of my portfolio into risk seeking investments. Yes, but a little bit of my portfolio, sorry, for into savings. But most of it, I would want to gamble and see where it goes, right? So that's a little correction for you guys to make that risk seekers wouldn't invest 60% of their portfolio into savings. They would want to play it out in the riskiest of markets. Okay. Also, Reliance, fine, cool company for risk averse to have, cool company for risk neutral to have. But again, risk seeker for Reliance, nah. You could check any other company that would be more risk seeking, right? You could check your own list. All right, go back to your companies. Okay. So you chose Sonata and you chose HCL.
Yes.
All right. For a risk seeker, you could probably, okay, for large cap. Tell me, what would you recommend out of these six for a risk seeker out of large cap?
Ma'am, I would suggest them HDFC, ma'am.
HDFC. And why HDFC?
Ma'am, because it is a very reputed company, and risk seekers would like to invest in companies like those.
Like HDFC? Okay,
Yeah.
tell me what percentage for a HDFC would you recommend for a risk seeker, huh? It's a large cap. Do you think a risk seeker is interested in a large cap as much as he would be in small cap?
No.
So how
The
much should we
risk
recommend?
seeker will be more interested in a small cap company, as that person wants to experiment with the money he has. So for a risk seeker, I would recommend them Zydus Wellness in small cap companies.
Okay. All right. What about IPOs? Two IPOs?
Yes, ma'am. I put IPOs for 1 second.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Is Cosmo an IPO?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so what is the name of your IPO? Have you added the name to the list?
No, ma'am. I didn't add the name.
Okay. All right, cool. I like the selection of your companies. Okay, good selection. All right, and great job with the FMCG food part where you chose a proper subsector. Okay, great job with that. Please make sure that your stuff is added to the presentation. Okay, do not upload your PPT just directly to the Padlet. Make sure all the information is collated. Okay, what happened? Did you all lack time? What was happening?
Yes, ma'am. I was actually out of station the past few days.
Okay, and that is why you couldn't collate it. Guys, the whole point of you making the presentation is you both can do it at your own time. Nevertheless, it was good choice of companies. Only thing, your investment plan had to it should be consisted of the companies that you already have chosen, not companies outside the 6 companies that you chose, right? So your plan should be talking about the 6 companies that you chose. So what would you recommend from there? All right, take your time with it. All right, revamp your presentation and upload it to the Padlet. Okay, I give you the time to do it. You could take the weekend to do it. That is fine. All right, I want all 4 companies that you had, 2 of yours and 2 of yours, all the financials and modes in it. Okay, also if you can change up your investment plan, that would be great. Make it about the 6 companies that you had to choose. Cool. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Ronit, Kanisha, and Anushmita for staying back. I know we have exceeded a lot. I know we've gone beyond the time. But thank you so much for joining in, guys. Kanisha and Shazia, the link is in the chat box. Shazia, I think you might not be able to access it since you just joined in again. All right. The rest of you guys, it was fun meeting you virtually. 15 days.
Yes,
Of seeing your cams off, sometimes on and sometimes off. Yes, I hope to see you guys soon, someday, in some other course. Hopefully, you guys are not done with all your 9 courses. Yes, and probably if you come to the Clever Harvey office or you come to Bombay, I would love to meet you. All right, Kanisha, Shazia, take the link. Take 5 to fill the form. Ronit, Kanisha, Anushmita, thank you so much for staying back. I hope to see you soon. All the best in whatever you choose to do.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am. I have the link on the other tab, so I'll fill it after the class.
Sure. You can do that.
Thank
Okay.
you, ma'am.
Adita, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, nice meeting you.
See you. You too, guys. Bye.
Bye.
See you.